Say what? All right. Good evening, good people. Welcome to another edition of PETX Connect. Forgot what I was about to say. All right. Let me see. January, we talked about just setting up the year with intention. And we talked about how we need to make sure that the moves that we make are calculated, but they're smart and tied to a specific goal. So that's why we start the year off with just making sure that we have goals set. Um, we started the year doing our annual vision board workshop. So if you haven't built a vision board, I definitely recommend building a vision board because that gives room to the universe saying, all right, these are the things that you want in your life. So when you see it, you have a better chance of obtaining it rather than just keeping it a thought. We want to put it on paper. We want to be able to speak it. We want to be able to talk about it, talk to the right people about it. We want to be able to learn more, research, write things down, all of that. That puts you in a mindset and a space to really make those things happen. So like even with Tierra earlier, just talking about what she wants to do, I was like, just put it all on the paper. You have to be able to see yourself there, and that gives you more confidence to say, like, this is where I want to go with my business. This is where I want to go with my life. This is what I want to do. And vision boards are extremely important. And even if it's not like an actual like poster board, just write it all out. I recommend if you don't have a planner, and this is just not to like plug it in. I have a legend planner here that you literally go through your whole life and it asks you so many questions about where you want to see, where you see yourself, what you want to accomplish, what does things look like to you. Just basically just really getting you in the mindset of really planning things out throughout the year. So actually, I need to get a new one to start for 2026. But it really, really helps you plan things out and it keeps you aligned and keeps you focused. And at the end of each month, actually, like, what did you accomplish? Like, what do you need to work on? How do you feel? Things like that. Um, and even if you don't have like you have us, but even if you don't have people that may be asking those questions specifically, you can definitely refer back to the book. And then over time, you just start to reread it and be like, oh, I did accomplish this. So now when somebody asks you, what did you do this year? You be like, I got my book. I can show you exactly what I did this year. Like I crossed things off and I made myself into a better person than I was January 1st. Right. So this month is about how to apply those things that we have set in motion. So we really want to maintain our momentum when it comes down to it. And as we all know, it's very difficult to stay motivated. Um, so that's where discipline comes into play. That's where just consistency comes into play. I will say, like, I haven't been to the gym as much as I was last year just yet, but I went to the gym today because I was like, do I really want to go? Said, I don't care if I really want to go. I need to go. So I went and I felt a lot better today than I have in a few days because I just went. So now that discipline is back activated because I see how I did today versus not going to the gym. So you want to stay as consistent as possible. Everybody's like, new year, new me. Uh, but that fades, right? So you want to be consistent with your goals. And this is where momentum over motivation comes into play. So it says that January's motivation was temporary, and that's normal. So this session is all about removing the guilt and replacing it with sustainable momentum. You just have to maintain the rhythm, right? So if you go to the gym first thing in the morning, keep doing it. If you read, if you pray, if you meditate, journal, whatever you do, maintain the right habits so that you start to see the things on your vision board come into play. because if you don't have any momentum, if you don't have any movement, you're not going to obtain these things. Just because you put it on a piece of paper or you write it down doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but you have to make sure that that action reflects what you want. Trust me. Trust me. All right, number one. Motivation fades, momentum stays. Motivation is emotional and inconsistent. Momentum is behavioral and built through repetition. So basically, you want to make your motivation, of course. I'm gonna use fitness, right? So my motivation for going to the gym is one, I want to have better health. My dad passed away due to heart issues and kidney issues. And he actually passed the mark in which his heart started to fail. So that made me feel a little better as far as like how my health is going. So I'm really health conscious, drinking more water, going to the gym, literally eating a salad right here. So my motivation to living or outliving my father is emotional because I have my children that I want to take care of. I have this business that I want to see grow and build into the empire that I know that it is, right? I want to see them graduate from school and college and all of these things. That is an emotional trigger or an emotional response to me wanting to be motivated to do the things that I need to do to make sure that I'm here for them. Now, when it comes down to the momentum of these things, that's behavioral. That's when your habits start to form. That's when it's like, I don't want to do this, but I know I have to. That is building the right, being around the right people and building the right habits because you want to be able to put yourself in positions to stay motivated, but your momentum helps you stay motivated, right? As long as you continue to do, it's going to get hard, but as long as you continue to do those small things that help you get to where you want to be, and seemingly helps you get to those goals, then you will stay motivated to do so. But you have to have some momentum to do it. Losing the motivation does not mean that you failed. It just means like, hey, I'm human. Life happens. It is what it is. And the goal isn't meant to feel inspired every day. But it is something that you can understand that, hey, this is where I want to go. This is who I want to be. These are the things I want to accomplish. And of course, again, we are human. So we're going to go through human emotions. We're going to go through human things. We're going to go through life. But you have to have that end goal in mind. Um, because you don't want to feel like it's moving away. You don't want to feel like it's so unattainable. So that's why a lot of people will recommend having daily goals, having weekly goals, having monthly goals, having quarterly goals, having yearly goals. Because if I set the goal of I need to make my bed every day, that is you cross that off the list. You're feeling more motivated to do more things throughout the day. If I drink tea, make my coffee, eat breakfast, put gas in my car, make sure my car is clean, get to work, make sure that the my job is clean, or the shop is clean or whatever. Everybody's happy. I smile. I put on, good music. I tell everybody good morning. I make sure, the incense is going or it smells good. People come in and it's like, oh, it smells really good in here, or you greet them with a smile. Throughout the day, you start doing things that really help motivate you to keep going. And once you keep going, then it's like it's a trickle effect, it's a butterfly effect. Like the momentum is like, I'm going to keep doing good things because I see the results that come from it, right? So, again, motivation gets you started, momentum keeps you going. Uh, and small action, this is number two. Small actions create big movement. So momentum is built through small, repeatable actions, not big resets. So again, we talk about habits, we talk about leadership, we talk about being around the right people that motivate you or keep you accountable. We talk about listening to the right things. We talk about involving yourself in further education. We talk about different things that will help you be the person that you need to be for yourself. Nobody can be who you need to be for you, like you. So you need to be that person that tells you, get up and go do it. You need to be that person that says, hey, we didn't eat today. Go eat. We didn't listen to Pastor's sermon last week. Go listen to it. We didn't listen to a podcast today. Listen to it. We didn't drink water today. Because nobody's going to tell you to do these things. If you tell yourself to do it, then you have to listen to yourself. Because look, nobody's going to tell. It's just like when we were in college. Nobody's going to tell you to get up and go to class. But I paid for this. Damn it, I gotta go to class. All right. Consistency beats intensity every time. Again, going back to like fitness, people are like, oh, you need to lift the heaviest weights and you need to run for a mile and you need to go do this. All right, I'm consistently going to do what I need to do, but I don't necessarily need to outdo yesterday. I don't need to outdo the next person. I don't need to outdo this. I just need to be consistent with it. I need to be consistently going to the gym to see results. I need to consistently read to be able to further my vocabulary and my communication skills. I need to consistently learn how to run a business rather than just wing it, right? I need to know how to do these things so then that way I can get it done, as opposed to the feeling of just I need to ram right through all of life's issues or obstacles. And I'm like, no, I just need to be consistent with the things that I need to do so I can handle these situations a lot better and understand that, like we talked about, just making your bed, simple act first thing in the morning, one good decision a day is enough to stay in motion. You just have to make sure that whatever that one decision, it really helps you stay motivated throughout this thing. As much as possible. Again, because you may not be motivated the whole time, but you have to be dedicated and you have to have some consistency and you have to keep pushing up. So, what does that look like? 10 minutes of planning, one follow up message, answering your email. I hate emails and text messages give me anxiety. But answering your messages, right? Honoring boundaries. Whatever it might look like, it might be small to some, but it can be big to you. And that's all that matters because it's your vision, it's your life, it's your business, it's you. You have to be able to control what you do without thinking about what other people may think, say, their opinions, whatever. You have to make sure that you're making the best decisions for you and your business, no matter what. Now, we did do a January check-in and we understand like we can't shame ourselves on if we don't have it all together. Um, I was telling Vic the other day at the vision board workshop, he was like, I'm not done with my vision board. And Tier said this earlier too, and he said this as well. I'm not done with my vision board. I'm like, you're never going to be done with your vision. So like it's one of those things where it's like it's good to be able to see something and be able to aim for it, but you're never going to be completely done with it because your vision can also change. And then what may make sense to you may not make sense to anybody else. It may make sense to somebody else, but it may not make sense to you, but it spoke to you. And it's like, oh, whatever it is, I want to be part of it. So understand like it's one of those things where as long as you have some momentum, you keep moving forward, you keep learning, you keep putting yourself in environments, you keep putting yourself around people who may not totally get it, but have some type of understanding, it works out better than what you thought it might work out to be. Now, when it comes down to what we talked about in January, when it comes down to your vision and where you want things to go, like when you reflect about it, I don't want you to judge yourself or be too harsh on yourself trying to figure out like, is this unattainable? Is this too much? Like, do I have everything that I need? Don't be too hard on yourself to make it happen. You just have to make it happen. You just gotta, there's a million steps before you get to success, whatever success may look like, or that goal. I don't want to say, let me retract that. There's a million steps to that goal, not to success, because you can be successful making up your bed every day, right? But success is in the eye of the beholder. So whatever you feel like you need to accomplish to help you do better that day, do it. Mine is breakfast. You know, I try to eat breakfast every morning. That might look like either just like a few boiled eggs or oatmeal, but it's something to put on my stomach each day rather than because as soon as I get to work, I'm working. You know, I'm not, I will go all day and be like, oh, did I eat today? Did I even eat anything today? But something as simple as an egg or two, or a bagel, or a piece of toast with peanut butter, or some oatmeal, like that helps you not only sustain you, but it gives you more energy throughout the day because you already put something on your stomach. Um, did I use the bathroom today? Exactly. Sometimes I'll be like, I will ask myself, and then I wonder if I look the way that it look, like because you ain't used the bathroom all day. Your kidneys, your bladder been holding on to this all day. Bam. Um, understand. Moving forward in excuse me, in February, don't reset without quitting. You don't need to restart the year. You just need to re-enter where you are. So if you fell off track, if you stopped doing what you needed to do, and you know that you needed to do this specific thing, it's okay to just pick up where you left off. It's okay to adjust your expectations. It's okay to, just say, all right, from here on out, I'm going to do or dedicate 30 minutes to this craft, whatever it is, right? Because at that point in time, you're putting forth effort into making it happen, as opposed to just saying, oh, well, I haven't done it in 2 months. So guess I just don't need to do it anymore. Like if it's something that's really heavy on you or on your heart to get done, then it's like, look, I'm going to set boundaries with myself. I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to put it on my calendar. I'm going to block off the time that just says from 7 o'clock to 7:30 every day, I'm going to read. From 7 o'clock to 7:30 every day, I'm going to um, do something for my business. I'm going to learn something, or I'm going to watch a video to better my craft or something like that. If you find yourself just like scrolling on social media certain times of the day, it's just like during that time, can I do something that's going to help my business? Whether and social media can be helping your business, but intentionally scrolling on social media rather than just doom scrolling. Um, Now, from last year to this year, what are some of the things you can ask yourself? Like, what are some of the things that I did last year that I can implement this year? Because last year we were hustling. Last year was a whirlwind, right? Last year we were just going with the flow. But what are some of those things that I did last year that I can implement this year, whether it be your hustle, your workflow, your relentlessness, to say, I'm just going to get it done because I have to get it done. Um, and then ask yourself, what can I recommit to? The things that I stopped doing, what can I recommit to this week? What can I recommit to this month? What can I recommit to this year? So that you can put yourself in a better position this year than you were last year. Because, yeah, we were hustling last year, but this year is about intentionally putting us in spaces that we will thrive and do better, and we will be happier. We will make more skin or glow. Like we'll feel better about the decisions that we make. We can communicate better. So intentionally this year, we have to make those choices to say, I want to do and be better. So what do I need to do? And how can I simplify that process as well? So lastly, I want you to figure out how we can build or how you can build, because everybody's situation is different, how you can build a weekly rhythm or a daily rhythm. It doesn't have to be perfect. But the rhythm will give you structure without rigidity. So you don't have to feel like things are just all over the place. Like you have a clear, like from if you wake up at 6, from 6 to 6:10, I'm gonna sit up. From 6:11 to 6:15, I'm gonna brush my teeth. From 6:16 to 6:25, I'm gonna sit back on the bed. Now, even if it's something like just structure, I'm just gonna sit up. Whatever it might be, put some type of rhythm into your daily activity because trust me, it will help out so much to put yourself on some type of routine, you know, and not to get lost in a routine because some people do get lost in routines, but be able to still put forth effort into something that you have passion in and you love doing, or something that you love doing before, but you may have had to stop doing it, but be able to put some type of effort into that again this year because I want all of us to do things that we love doing. Now, we do things to pay bills and we do things to sustain ourselves, but I want us to get back in the habit of doing things that we love doing because that makes us lighter, that makes us happier, that puts a smile on our face, that gives us a passion and helps us sit up straight. And it's just not like, there's less complaining, if we actually do things that we love doing. So let's focus on what anchors us to that passion rather than trying to be perfect all the time and trying to get things done that we don't necessarily care about, like, or it's just not serving us anymore. Um, so what does that look like? Check-ins, our weekly check-ins, just making sure everybody is straight. Like this is more than just like the education and motivation thing. Like it's literally just like a way for us to be like, hey, are you okay? Is there anything that you want to talk about? Is there anything that you want to vent about? Like ask questions. Don't just use it as, we want to celebrate the wins for sure, but sometimes it do get heavy in this space, right? It does we care for each other and we build relationships with each other over time. We may not see each other for a while, but we check in with each other weekly to be like, hey, one, you're alive. Two, are you okay? Three, is there anything that I can do to help? And that's the spaces that you want to be. So stuff like that. Assign yourself, and you got to assign yourself. I know we talked about delegating work, but assign yourself a CEO level task. I don't know what that looks like in your business or your life, but figure out, you can ask ChatGPT based on what you know about me, what are some of the CEO tasks that I can assign myself? Something like that. Whether it be, just learning about boundaries, communicating better, finding an accountant, whatever it may be. Because we want to start transitioning into being able to delegate some of the work that we do daily so that it's off of our plate. So that we can smile more, we can live more, we can laugh more, we can be happy. And make sure that you honor your personal boundaries. So if you said, hey, I need to get more sleep, so start winding down by whatever 15, 30 minutes before that time. I want to work out more. Start figuring out how to work out more. And it can be as simple as literally, you don't even have to go anywhere. You can roll out of bed and you just start doing squats right next to the bed. Just literally squat, stand up, squat, stand up. Do about 20 of those, walk around the room, come back, squat, stand up, walk around the room, at least like, just do something, whatever your personal boundary is, honor it, you know, and just know that a rhythm that you can keep is better than you planning to quit. So yeah, that's it. Let me see. Momentum doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. You are not behind. You are still building. We are all still building. I well, where was I? I was at, not Johnny's. What is it called? Is this restaurant that they do like smash burgers? I think it's John. No, it's not Johnny's. It's something. Forget. But anyway, the man was a farmer and he started this business. They have like custard and hamburgers and stuff like that. But he started the business in his 70s. And he started the first location in it. I think he was like 74 or something like that. And then a few months later in 70, when he was 75, he had his second location and just continued to build up from there. Um, we get so hard on ourselves feeling like we are behind on things, but there are people who are way older than us accomplishing things for the first time and building up whatever they need to build when it comes to them, or starting a legacy or generational wealth, and they can be twice our age, right? So don't be too hard on yourself feeling like you were behind. We just got to figure out what's that missing piece that's getting us, that's not getting us, that's stopping us from getting us to where we want to be. And I think us intentionally putting ourselves in rooms that will unlock those doors or give us the resources that we need and just keep moving and make us uncomfortable. That's exactly where we need to be so that we can learn and adjust rather than, just run from it. Because trust me, it's scary. It is scary, but it's worth it. It is so worth it. Once you say, what was I scared of? Oh, there was nothing to be scared of, but yeah. Here's what I gotta say. Consistency doesn't come from feeling ready. It comes from choosing to show up anyway. So show up anyway. Do it anyway. Anyway. That's all I got to say. All right. I'm gonna stop recording. Okay, bye. Well, don't leave, but I'm gonna stop recording.